check this out. There's an apple orchard, lots of apples here. Look at that. This is just the beginning of it. And you can hear a rooster, flowers. We're gonna go through and show you lots more about this house. This is Jennifer Caneen's listing, so contact her if you want more information about this house.
So in this apple orchard, there's cherries and apples and lilac trees. And we've got a Goodland apple, a Norland apple tree, and then we have a yellow transparent apple tree. And my clients say that in the flowering season, if you pluck off some of the flowers, your apples will get much bigger. These still have some growing to do, but they won't get as big as normal because they didn't prune before apples started growing this year. So plenty of apples to go around. And then over here are the two choke cherry trees. If we get in close, where were they? Oh, there they are. If we get in close, we can see the clusters of cherries on the trees. And then there's a lilac tree. And then we have a crabapple tree, a flowering crabapple tree. So these will get a little bit bigger as the summer goes on, and they'll also be ready for picking. All along the front of this property is gorgeous plants and flowers. My clients take really good care of the plants. They're beautiful. There are 2 garden beds with this property that are just amazing. They're full and ready for harvesting. They're only fertilized with compost, so all natural. Here is the second garden bed. We've got corn and potatoes, and then also dill. There is not a square inch of wasted space on this property as far as growing goes. So dividing the strawberry patch and the 2 gardens are these service berries or Saskatoons, which I'm told are very similar to blueberries.
Okay. This is a little bit of history for our place here. This cabin was brought here on a trailer, and I was fearful that the windows would break, but it didn't. It got here, and my husband refinished it. It's 70 years old. It used to sit at the call of the wild in Big Lake, and so we brought it here, and then he redid it, and our friend just happened to have this pot-belly stove in their shed, and they said, oh, that's a perfect place for it. And so we use it for extra bedroom space, and the kids just love it. We had, at that time, we had a TV in here for the kids, and this actually works.
Okay, a quick little view here of the outside of the shop. We go in and find, I'm sure, everything you could possibly want for building and crafting, being creative. That table swivels so you can move your project instead of moving yourself around your project. A little hobby shop dream. This little gem on the property has to be one of my favorite. It is a smokehouse, built-in smokehouse, and I'll tell you why it's built in. We'll walk around to the back, and The wood stove heating unit is built into the ground, and my client says that he opens that little chimney right there and stokes the fire really hot, and as soon as it's going really good, he puts the cap back on and opens the cap on the inside of the smoker for the cold smoking effect. And I just love it. I think it's cool. This property has 2 greenhouses, but we'll call it 1.5. Here's the main greenhouse, and then just beyond the Connex is the one in the back. It's called the Pickle Palace because that's where they grow their cucumbers for pickling. And this one is where they grow salad fixings. So we've got here tomatoes. And look at these tomatoes, they're huge. And there's a lot of them. And then over here we have cucumbers. This house has a built-in food storage. So with everything that you've seen outside on the grounds for growing, this is the place to store it. It's very thick and insulated, so when the temperature goes down outside in the winter, it gets cool in here by the vents that allow the cold air to come in, and it stays cool all winter. This property has a built-in 5th wheel for extra living space. My clients have used it for a family to come visit. They also lived in here for a bit while they were finishing their house. The house is right over there, so close walking distance, but far enough for some space, with the bedroom and bathroom area up here. And then they had, well, there's that deck patio area out there off the front. And they had extra living space built onto the back for more room in here when they lived in it while they had their house built. And wood stove for heat.